first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week. It takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Black shot. Plastic stick. You yellow.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now it's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Herbert into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Throw left side. There's London.
Touchdown!
Drake London.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are on to their lead.
Koo able to to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top. Take it deep.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A nightmare of the first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Bird to return from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Green jack. Blue strike. White, white. Black, red. Yellow, go. Red.
Now back to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ritter's pass completes at Pitts. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ultra. Go ultra.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ready.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Field flat. Ready.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
Touchdown Falcons!
Kyle Pitts,
31 yards.
and the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, Brent, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll go again with Patterson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Black ultra. Drill green. Quad red.
They'll set up to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Running on first down, Eckler, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Herbert off of play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Down.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Green. Red. Cycle.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Black chop. Hey, blue.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. On the move past the 40. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
The 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
McCann for the point after.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he steers downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Hold pink. Right, right. Smash, red. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The timing was he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown.
Austin Eckler with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Bird to return from his end zone.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Again, Patterson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Hey, Red!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Ultra! Red, green! Yellow, blue! Ready!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Patterson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Come on, Red! 6, 7, slide through! Ready.
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA.
On the set. Yellow, go. Red, cycle. Red, yellow. Check up.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to the ground now. Patterson.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Patterson. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.